in the last 10 years, the industrial activity, if you like, or the employment in the industry has gone up from roughly 13 million to about 18 million. And this is as of 2010, so as of 2012, it's about 20 million. Okay? So that's an increase of about little over 5 million people. But at the same time, the employment in agriculture has come down from 24.3 million to 20.6 million. So almost half of that increase that we see in industry is actually come at the expense of employment in agriculture. So the net increase in employment in the state is only of the order of 2.5 million. That's a worrying sign. The other slightly worrying sign is when you look at the contribution of what kind of people are working, the self-employed, which has always been the backbone of AP, have actually come down by about 1 million, from 16.5 million to 15.5 million. The regular wage workers have gone up significantly by 2 million, and the casual workers have gone up significantly again from 16 million to 17 million. This increase in casual worker is a slightly worrying sign because the quality of employment obviously is a question there. So we have a number of issues. Number one is if we have to take roughly 5 million jobs were added in the, if you like, the industry sector in the last 10 years. Now we have to add 15 million, 3 times that number. In addition to that, some of that employment is going to come at the risk of agriculture labor. So if we have to correct for that, then we perhaps have to correct for, provide something like 20 million laborers. That's number one. The second challenge that I see is that, there are some of the factors have already been mentioned, right? One is there is a geographic mismatch in this country, and we must understand this geographic mismatch. We talk about young, but the largest number of young people that will come into the workforce in the next 10 to 20 years are people in UP, Bihar and MP. Now, there is no way we are going to put a physical border and issue visas to Andhra Pradesh from. So migration of labor, whether we like it or not, is going to happen, which means another extra pressure on job creation within the country. So that's one geographic mismatch that we better worry about. The second has been talked about quite a lot by T.T. Ashok and by Jay and others, is the skills mismatch. There is even today an enormous shortage of good quality welders, and welders get paid very well. But welding is seen to be a low-cost occupation, and therefore people are not willing to do that welding. And therefore now the caste equation comes into the picture. It's not a pure question of jobs versus people availability. And the third is sectoral mismatch. Most people want to do white-collar jobs. So the increase in trade, hotels, and so on, and so for IT, for example, is always in demand. But nobody wants to work in a chemical company. My good friend is sitting here, Desai, and he'll tell you that, how difficult it is for us to get